everybody, how's it going? This is Derrick, Benn, real estate broker in the Pacific Northwest, or the Northwest, Pierce County to be exact. I hope your day is going well so far. I just wanted to get this video out and share some tips with you on what you could be doing to prepare yourself for home ownership. Now, I know, listen, we've all been dealing with this craziness of the coronavirus and dealing with the craziness of our businesses and our jobs being shut down. And trust me, if you are one of those who have lost their job, been laid off, or one of those who, you're walking on pins and needles because you don't know if you're going to have a job within the next moment, if you're going to get an email, a text, a voicemail saying that you're fired. Listen, my thoughts and my prayers do go out to you. If you have family members, or if you are one who has been ill, and even the thought of possibly having this virus, I can understand your fears. And so my thoughts and my prayers go out to you all. And I wanted to share with you some basic steps that you want to be doing during this time, for those of you that have been contemplating, and those of you who were actually getting yourselves ready for home ownership, but then this here coronavirus seemed to put everything at a screeching halt. One thing's for sure is that you are still able to purchase a home during this time if you qualify. Okay, we do have more stringent rules. We do have to practice the social distancing and whatnot, but you still are able. And so if you are pretty close, then let's keep the ball rolling, okay? But here's what I want to share with you. Well, one thing before we get into that, make sure that you continue to remain as positive as possible and maintain your peace as much as you can, okay? Be as positive as possible and maintain your peace as much as you can to work through this here time of dealing with this pandemic. So number one, what you want to do, because some of you may be asking, well, I was a little ways out already, but this here thing, it really has adjusted. It's adjusted my life too. It really has adjusted my plans. And so I don't even know if I want to deal with it anymore, or what can I do, to keep the ball rolling during this time of being sheltered in. Well, here's what you can do. Number one is you want to talk with a real estate professional. I would love to set up a buyer consultation with you. Now, we're not going to do, until further notice, we're not going to do a face-to-face, so to say, in person, but we still can set up a Zoom conference call, video conference. You can do a Zoom video conference and have a buyer consultation. And what that's going to do for you is that is going to give you the details on what to expect as you go through the home buying process. And I always feel that when you know what to expect, that's going to help bring your anxiety down, so that when certain things do happen, right, you'll already know, okay, well, Derrick did say that, right? This is a possibility. Or you won't be so anxious about, okay, well, what's next? We did this, we took care of this step, now what's next? You'll already know and have those expectations, right? I love to set the expectations first. The other thing that you want to do, number two, is you want to talk with a lender. Now, how is that going to help you? Sometimes I get a lot of pushback here because you're not ready, right? Personally, you're just not ready. And sometimes I think that you guys may feel like, okay, you're pressuring me to fill out an application, a loan application, right, after talking with a lender, so that you can hurry up and get me in a home. But that's actually not the case. I want you to talk with a professional. I want you to talk with someone. That way you get all of the details on what you need to do to qualify. And if you already qualify, but you're still not ready, at least you'll know what to do to maintain that status as being qualified for home ownership. So you want to talk with a lender, okay? The other thing that you want to do is you want to continue to browse homes. You want to browse homes online, on your cell phone, on your tablet, okay? And what I'll do is I'll get you my branded app, my branded real estate app, so that you can search homes. Got a little tongue tied, but I'll get you my branded app. And the powerful thing with having my branded app is that we can communicate back and forth about specific properties. Okay, even though you may not be ready to purchase that property, you may want to let me know, hey, this is what I have in mind. This is what I'll be looking for. Or you may have some other questions, and so we can go over those hypotheticals and communicate back and forth through my branded app about whatever properties you have interest in. Another thing you want to make sure of, this is such a big one, is save money. You want to save money during this time, okay? While you're preparing, and though it seems that things have been delayed, you want to save money. And it does not have to be a whole lot, but you definitely want to start somewhere. You want to save some money, put it in your bank account, and let it sit in your savings account in your bank, okay? And then also, along with saving money, of course, this goes hand in hand, is you want to cut out any unnecessary spending. One good tip that I've learned is, especially when you want to cut out unnecessary spending or at least minimize it, is take a look at your bank records, okay? Look at your checking account and see where your money's going. And then if your money's going to a place to where you can cut that out completely, then cut it out. If it's going to something that you really enjoy, but you can cut back on enjoying that thing or that service or whatever it is, then you'll know, okay, well, maybe I need to cut down, so I need to save some money. So cut out unnecessary spending, okay? Another thing that you want to do while you are preparing, is you want to determine if you're going to be using down payment assistance or not, okay? I do know that down payment assistance, it will have some sort of effect on your interest rate, okay? But and this is why you want to talk with a lender, because they'll let you know specifically the hypotheticals and what you'll be dealing with if you do decide to go to down payment assistance route, which is not a horrible thing. It's actually a great resource. Or if it's better for you to save up enough money to have your own funds for down payment, okay? So determine if you're going to be using DPA, down payment assistance, or not. And then another thing, you want to keep your job. And I know that's a pretty touchy subject right now, but listen, if it's within your power, keep your job. Keep your job. You want to have a track record of you being employed, right? Consistent employment. And and this is not etched in stone, but these are just my thoughts. Looking at from what the Federal Reserves and the different lending institutions have been doing concerning this here pandemic, if you happen to be someone who has lost their job due to the coronavirus, there may be some leniency there that the lending institutions will give you because your work was affected in result of the coronavirus. But trust me, you do have to have a job once you do apply for a home loan, right? You do have to have a job to be approved. You can apply, but to be approved, you got to have a job. So just keep that in mind, okay? Keep your job if it's in your power to do so. Now, if, let's say, you do get laid off, this is why you want to talk with a lender. I'm just throwing hypotheticals out there. If you do get laid off and then you end up getting back to work, and I don't know, it's been a couple of months, they may say just give a letter of explanation. But as much as you can, keep your job, try not to get laid off, and do not get any new lines of credit. Okay, if you can control it, if you absolutely don't need it, don't get any new lines of credit, because you don't want to create any more debt for yourself than you already have, because you want a good debt to income ratio, which will allow you to qualify possibly for a larger loan. Not saying that you have to spend the whole thing, but it may allow you to qualify for a larger loan. And trust me, you really don't want to be like on the cuffs of qualifying and not qualifying, but because you got created some debt over this time, it canceled out your possibilities of qualifying. So those are my tips for you, things that you want to do during this time of dealing with this pandemic. Listen, a lot of us, we have more time than we have ever had. And so make sure that along with being positive and maintaining your peace, be as productive and as proactive as you can be. So let's set up some time. You can inbox me directly. If you have any questions, drop your comments below. Make sure to keep it clean. The reason why I say that is because sometimes, you guys know, some people on these social media sites, they just act like they don't have any sense, and they say anything on your page. So keep it clean. Drop your comments down below. Please make sure you like this here video, and please share it. Please share it. Okay, I want to help you. I want to help who you may know that's looking to purchase a home, and trust me, I will do my absolute best to handle them with skill and care and the utmost professionalism. Once again, this is Derrick Benn. Thank you so much for checking out my video. I look forward to talking with you soon. Hey, stay safe, maintain your peace, stay productive, stay positive, and you have a blessed night. Talk soon.